Okay, so like everyone and their mom is doing this video, so I have to do it too, I guess, since it's like trending thing. Not really, I don't really have to do it, but it just seems nice to do it because it kind of lets you guys know a little bit about me, and you guys might be wondering, what are you talking about? Well, just go on like 30 people's channels. It's there. And I'm not hating that everyone's doing it. It's actually a really nice idea, and it's a really like way that you guys get to know me better and how I started YouTube and all that shit. But let's get into it. I guess I don't really have anything planned out. I probably should have wrote some stuff down, but I didn't start off in the Pokemon community as a couple people think. I actually started in the COD community, and if you guys know anything about the COD community, it's really big, and there's like so many branches of it. There's like tryhards, like trick shotters, and all that shit. I was one of the trick shotters, and I guess around this point I'll play like some of the videos and right there, so you guys will probably be watching them. Don't really hate, but so what am I even talking about? So I started off as trick shotter, and after a while I did trick shotting for like a year. And then I started getting burnt out of it. It was like, it's the same thing, and over again. You start getting burnt out and tired of the same thing. And like, trick shotting, has an opportunity, and like, trick shotting is very arrogant, I guess you can say, because trick shotters just all want to put each other down to try to get on the same top. I'm not hating on them. I love that community, and I just had to leave for like something that I like doing better. But I started trick shotting and all that stuff, and after a while, I got burnt out, as I said, and then I started watching more Pokemon videos, because before this, as a kid, I used to watch like Super Skarmory and Maryland. I used to play along, if I can't even talk, play along with them on like Diamond and shit, using their same exact team, trying to like copy the way they play the game and shit, and I don't know, that was really weird. But after a while, I just stopped watching them and shit like that, and I started watching like Munching Orange and shit. So I started watching them, and I was like, okay, this is pretty fun, They're making money off this, they're having fun. That's two things that you just want to have in your life. Not really. You don't want to have fun. Having fun's for scrubs. But so after a while, I was like, okay, this looks really fun. So I played COD for like another 3 or 4 months, and I was like, fuck it, I'm way too burnt out of this. I hate this game. This is stupid. I'm not gonna keep doing something that I'm forcing myself to do. So I was like, whatever. I'm done. So I just quit, and then I started off on the Lemio Plays channel, and this was like really bad. I remember I used to pop out Camtasia. I'd record like no Nuzlocke at all, no sidebar, just the whole screen. Everyone starts off bad. No one starts off like with wicked good quality, like 100% like Sony Vegas editing and amazing layouts made by like who makes really nice Nuz and shit like that. But so I started off on that channel, and I used to record like, I remember I recorded Emerald, and I would do like an Emerald playthrough. Remember, I couldn't edit at all, so I just like grab it in Camtasia and just share it to YouTube like that. And I remember one video, you could hear my mom watching TV in the background, and I had Turtle Beaches, and like with the Yeti, it's a little bit easier to like hear other people, but Turtle Beaches is really not that hard. You have to be really fucking loud. I'd record with the door open too. But after a while, that channel, I got pissed off, because I think everyone gets mad at this, or like people start off getting mad at this, and then after a while they just don't care, which is what at the point I'm at right now. But I used to hate inactive subs. Inactive subs used to piss me off, and I couldn't stand it. So I made a whole new channel after going away for a week, just because school got way too pushed into my YouTube stuff. So I made a new channel, and the creative mind that I am, I made Lemio Plays Games. So me thinking that I'm going to stay on this channel forever, I'm uploading content and shit. I remember I did a platinum playthrough. It wasn't even a Nuzlocke, it was just a playthrough. And I remember I'd watch The Waffle King, and this is where I kind of talked to Ty. Not really too much. I think I messaged him one time, like, I'm doing platinum, and he was like, me too, man. And I was like, I love your series, and he was like, thanks. And then we didn't really talk after that. But so he's like doing a Nuzlocke shit, and I'm starting getting into Nuzlocks back when like I didn't know what a Nuzlocke was. I only knew like Munching Orange and like the really big YouTubers that wouldn't do Nuzlocke. Like I don't think too many big YouTubers do Nuzlocke. But okay, I just woke up, so this is gonna suck. This is like off the dome too, so I might start rambling. But after a while, I went inactive on that channel too, because that was just way too hard. I was like, okay, this isn't fun. This isn't really too good. I would get like 13 views a video or something like that, and it pisses me off. That's a lot of the reason why I quit like a couple channels. I'm on my 5th channel right now, and that kind of shows you that no matter how many times you fail, you get right back up and you try even harder and harder and push through and all this stuff. So I went back to the COD community. I did my trick shotting thing and all that shit. Made it into some teams and all that shit. And then I came back to YouTube, or like not YouTube, but like the PokeTuber side of YouTube. So I came back and I made the channel PokeLock HD. I know it just sounds like a fanboy of Pokenuz HD, which that's a big reason why that channel got closed. But I remember that's the channel that I kind of put in a little bit more effort into, because that's when I started using Audacity, and I used Vegas on the last couple uploads. That channel's still up if you want to still check it out. It's not really the best. It's not really what I would consider good. I don't consider my content good to any standard. My content is just mediocre, and I need to learn more. You always need to learn. Learning is good, but not every type of learning is good. Just certain types. Okay, but some guy on a bike just passed by my fucking thing. Thank you, guy. But I made PokeLock, and PokeLock is where I met, like, my friend group. Like, everyone has their own friend group. But this is where I met mine and everyone in it and all that stuff. I remember I talked to Chloe around this time. So, me and Chloe, Base Chloe, if you don't know him, you're stupid. So I talked to Chloe, and there was this region, PokeSwaggers collab going on with PokeNuz. And this was about when Nuz had like a K or two, and Waffle had like 1,000 or two too. So they weren't super big like they are now because they're scrubs. So Chloe put me in the chat, and he was like, this guy's really good, he's staying in and all that shit. And at first Nuz didn't like me because he thought I was arrogant and annoying, and I made fun of him, because that's just what my nature is. I just don't know how to really start a conversation, so I just start off making fun of you. But I don't do it like, oh, jump off a bridge. I'll be like, you're a little fat fucker. Like, joking. And a lot of people don't like that. All people do. It's whatever. It's all their opinion. I can't really switch them. I'm not going to go to their house or go beat them up at PAX and just boom, bam, pop. Little Bill on the drop, beat, stop. I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is what I remember the most of. So I remember PokeNuz and Waffle, and I remember talking to them so much. They were like my best friends on YouTube, at least. So me, Chloe, Waffle, Mac, and we're like the Click crew. This would be and Ruben. This would be like our little group of friends. This was like the elite group of friends. Like there were other people. Don't get me wrong. We talked to other people like Chewy, Riolu, Reese. Well, I didn't meet Bruno around here. I don't know. Other people like that. There was like other people. I can't really say smaller YouTubers, because at this time I was like under 100 subs. So we would talk, and after a while everyone started fading apart, and it was kind of like me, Chloe, and then, or no, it wasn't me and Chloe. It was me and Nuz, and then Chloe and Waffle, and then Mac quit around this time. I think I want to say he quit around this time, and Harrison quit and Ruben quit. So it was kind of sad to see our group just like splitting apart in different ways. But I guess that's how life works. Not everyone will be in your life forever, and that's a rule that I've had to learn for a lot of friends, because they like move away or we just don't get along anymore. And you can't really change that. Life is a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. There are probably a couple of you guys that are like younger guys. I'm not gonna say like ages, but younger guys that don't really understand that, and you might think you do, but life will pull people away from you. It will bring new people into your life, and no matter how hard you try to keep those other people in, you might as well just let them go, because if they cut you out of their life, they could always come back. But if you cut them out of your life, that's your problem. But if life pulls them away, like they move, or they can't get on Skype anymore, or just real life stuff too, I don't want to say die, because that would be really mean, but if they move, they just stop talking to you, I don't know, a lot of stuff, you just can't really do anything about that. And I've had a lot of friends move away, and a lot of friends I had to cut off real life and YouTube, and it's just sad. It's really like a sad time, because if you really like, I guess I could say care, if you really care about someone, and when they or you have to move away from each other and stop talking, it's like the worst feeling ever, because knowing that all the good times you guys had before just like won't happen again, or might never happen again, is probably the saddest thing in the world. It's really sad. But what am I talking about? Okay, so as we all started splitting apart, I started getting bored of YouTube. Like, we didn't have the same crew to talk to. I would get on my computer just to record and upload, and then I'd get off and go watch TV and go hang out with friends. And then I just went on this like 3-month break that I just couldn't do YouTube. I don't know why. It's just can't really explain it. Just for some reason I wouldn't want to do it. This was around the time where my grandma got cancer, and I don't really want to talk about this, but I guess I do now that I brought it up. Well, so my grandma's in Brazil, and she got cancer of like I can't say. I want to say like the vagina. I know it's like down there, but it's gonna sound really weird. But it's like the uterus, I think. So that was a really sad moment, and that kind of like brought me down. Like I couldn't really think about it because like every time she comes over here, she's such a sweet old lady, and I really love her. Like she's my grandma, and if she was never alive, I probably wouldn't be here. So she's all good now, and stuff. That was kind of weird that I talked about that. That's how personal these videos get, guys. But she had to go through like treatment and stuff, and since she lives in Brazil, she doesn't live in like the rich part of Brazil. She didn't have like too much money, so my mom had to help her out. And I really couldn't spend too much time on YouTube because I had to help my mom. My mom was sad about this, and so were my aunts that she might die and stuff like that. But after a while, she got better, which is a good thing, and that's what kind of, I can't say motivated me, but like cleared my mind of worries. But life is a bitch, guys, and no matter how many problems you clear, there'll always be more stacking on or just lingering in the sidelines. So I came back to YouTube, and everyone thought I was in jail and all this shit. And that got me really pissed because I hate when people start shit about me and all this like nonsense. Like I wasn't in jail. I was really like lost, I guess you could say. I was lost in my own little mind. And no matter like I don't really know how to explain this too good, but when you're lost in your own mind, it's probably the worst thing. When you're lost and confused and just don't know how to react to something or don't know how to like come at something, it's probably the worst thing. Like worst thing mentally that you can probably have. Like it's a battle with yourself to see if you can just come up with a solution. I've had this like many times. I don't really. Some people say it's anxiety and shit like that, and I don't think it's anxiety. I just think it's just something. It's just the way the human brain works. There's some moments where you can understand everything and you're just fucking Albert Einstein with no lab coat. Then there's other times when you're like just there, you're just lost in like a dark hole and you just don't know where to go because you're so fucking confused at stuff. And I feel like that to this day sometimes. I felt like that like this week. This week was probably the worst week I've had all year. And I don't really want to explain it, but I don't really. But let's just stop talking about this stuff. So after a while, our group split up and shit like that, and I came back to YouTube, and I was on Lemio Locks, Lemio Only Locks. No, I wasn't on Lemio Locks yet. I was on the Lemio Locks, and this is where like I would hang out with a different group because like our group was just so corrupt. I would hang out with Derek, Chewy, Reese, Riolu, Black Nimbus would come in sometimes, or just a bomb. Kevin Kingdra, Lex sometimes. Lex was sometimes in there. And it was all good. So life was perfect until I started uploading. And this was pretty bad because as soon as I uploaded my first video on the Lemio Locks, which I made that channel because I love the name Lemio. I don't know why, but it's just like ever since I got it in the COD community, and I don't actually know how I got it. There was some kid that made up a story that I was drinking lemonade, and my friend came in, and he said yo, and I looked at the lemonade, and I was like, Lemio, and then I just got them together, and then I seriously think it was like, this is going to sound really weird, but back in the trick-shotting era, back when I was like phase flaky over here, I was thinking of a name one time to join this team, and I put 5 fingers on the keyboard, right, and I clicked them, and they came out Lemio. And that sounds extremely weird, and I know a lot of you guys won't believe me. You guys probably like, oh, you got it off a fucking cereal box. Like, no. That's seriously how I think I got it. But, I don't really have a certain explanation how I got it, to be honest. I wish I could go back and see. I seriously think it's that. I really want to say it's that, because those are, like, blurred out moments in my life. But after I came back on, like, the Lemio Locks and stuff like that, it was all good. I uploaded, I got hate, and after a while I was like, okay, this is getting really annoying. If I'm just gonna upload for someone to dislike it, bought it 20 times and view bought it up to 1,000 views, there's someone here that doesn't really want me to stay. And no matter how hard I try, I'm not gonna stay with people not like me, because that's like my nature. I don't know, some people tell me, I don't really want to bring up any more names, but I was talking to someone on Skype about like 2 days ago, and me and him have never had the best relationship But no matter how much that happened, this happens with like girls too in real life. I always say I'm sorry. I just hate knowing that someone hates me or is pissed off at me. It's like the worst feeling. It's like being shot and then just left there to like bleed, and they're just watching you. Like, what the that made no sense whatsoever. But I just hate when people hate me or like even like don't like me. I like to fix problems with everything. I know in life you're not always going to get along with everyone. It's just second nature. You cannot get along with everyone. You cannot please everyone. You cannot live with everyone to the like fullest. Some people are going to have to be ignored. Some people are going to have to be cut out of your life, and then you're just going to have to find that group of friends that you really like. The one that like is the best one, the best out of all of them. And that's what I found in Nuz, Chloe, Waffle, who else is in this group now? Christian's really nice, and Nestor, Mud's in there, Bruno, can't really see anymore, LC, all these guys. But they didn't come in until like my last channel, but I quit like after the Lemio locks. And this was like the final stretch. I came back one day on Skype, and everyone was like, "Hey, Lemio, what's up? Where have you been?" and shit like that. And I was like, "Oh, I've just been kind of thinking about stuff," because like as a kid, I guess I was going through puberty. That sounds extremely weird. I don't know. This is fucking weird talking about puberty and shit. I don't even know what this video has gone on. It's way too weirdly. But I can't really say puberty because I was like 15 at this time. But well, I'm still 15 now, but I was lost. It was like one of those moments where I'm just lost. And I hope those don't happen a lot. Really. So I came back, and Nuz was like, "Are you coming back to YouTube?" And I was thinking about it like real hard, because like no matter, you can't get away from things. Like to this day, I miss the COD community and all my friends in it and stuff like that. Like I left with like no bad words to anyone. Like everyone loved me, and I loved everyone. I can't really say everyone loved me because I didn't know too many people, but so every time I get on YouTube, I saw like King Nappy uploaded a video, Callum, Nuz, Waffle, and like the COD community would upload, and it would just like split me apart. Like it would be like both the communities that I loved, both the things that I loved doing on YouTube. Because at this time I was getting really back into COD, so I would see them both like every time, even when I would go like look up a song or something like that just to listen to while I'm doing homework. It would be like right up there, and I would just be like, "Fuck, where would I be if I came back and just put my all into it?" And so after a while of talking to like both my friends in the community, I was like, I probably have a better chance of entertaining more people on Pokemon, just because Pokemon's always been a game to me throughout my whole life. I don't know, I can't really explain it. Ever since the first time I got Red, I can remember exactly back when I was fucking 4 or 5 and I got Red. I walked into the store with my mom. There was a guy that looked like a fucking Sasquatch with glasses at the door, or on the other side of the counter. My mom was like, pick a game. And there were so many games, and I was like, the red one, because red was my favorite color. And then I was like, "Mom, where's my Game Boy?" And it was in the car. So she opened the car like with the clicker thing from the store, and I ran out there to grab my Game Boy. And as soon as I came back in, she hands me the thing, and I just plug that bitch in, and I'm like, damn, this is heaven. And here I am from Pokemon. People say you grow up for Pokemon, but to be honest, there's some games where you will never grow up. Even if Pokemon never makes another region or another game, I promise I'm going to give my kids my game. That sounds extremely weird, but Pokemon is a part of me. I can't really... A lot of people say it's like a nerdy game, like real life people, like people that don't do YouTube. I can't really say real life people because everyone's a real life person, but people say it's a nerdy game and that only like weird kids play it. But I guess I'm weird, aren't I? And weird is different and good, because that means I'm not the same. And being the same as everyone, you will not, you will like not get as noticed. I don't know how to say it. I don't like to be the center of attention, to be honest. That's something I hate. I hate being the center of attention. I like to be in the shadows, kind of like not really noticed in like any situation, like problems and like exciting things. I like to be off to the side, kind of not seen. Like I'll be there when you need me. That sounds really weird, but it reminds me of like this book that I read, and I think a lot of sophomores read this in my age. It reminds me of To Kill a Mockingbird. There's this like, I don't know why I'm talking about books. There's this character Boo, and he's like, he's always there for people when he needs them, but he hates being in the center of attention. That's kind of me. I hate being in the center. You please don't ever put me in the center of attention, because I just hate it. Like, I'll tweet at people and stuff, but I hate popping up on a lot of people's feeds. I like people's videos and stuff, but I guess you could say I kind of act a little bit like stronger on my videos than I actually am, because I'm not really the most arrogant person in the world. I'm arrogant. Everyone has like their ignorance and their arrogance and all that shit, but I'm not as arrogant as like some of you guys would think. And like I'll be that guy when I need to be an asshole, and just when someone's like shitting on one of my friends, like I'll be there for him and stuff like that, but there's no point. And like a lot of the people that I've talked to on YouTube have made me who I am today. Personally, like Reese has definitely changed me for the better. Reese, I used to be like an ass, and now like me and him are really good friends, and he's kind of like a little brother, I guess you can say, and that sounds really weird, but he's like a little brother. Chloe has changed me. He's made me the person I am. He's made me like come out and start talking to people, more outgoing. Waffle and Mac keep me down on my cool, always like, well, more Mac. He always like destroys me when I start shitting on people too much, and that's good. He's kind of like a father figure, but he's not here anymore, which kind of sucks. And it sounds really weird saying that people are like brothers and shit, but when you're on YouTube for as long as I was, and I've been on like for 8 months total if I count all my channels, for like 2 months if I just count this one, you really grow bonds with people that, like, the people that you grow the strongest bonds with will never break. Like, you can try to break them, you can try to cut at them, try to like snap them, they just won't break. They're like life connections. And even though they're not like next to me and like in my town and stuff where I can't just go to their house and go talk to them, they're still friends. And my mom always says that, because my parents don't, well, at least one of my parents don't really like that I do YouTube. She thinks it's stupid and it's a waste of time. And she's always like, you're talking to all these kids, you're never going to really meet them. And I'm like, Mom, it doesn't matter if I meet them or not. I have strong bonds with them. Like, they're friends. And this is going to sound really weird to some people, but this is seriously like how I feel. This is the whole point of this video, to let you guys know how I feel and all this shit. But hopefully you guys like enjoyed this. But I guess the other half to this video is where I want to be in the future. And my only goal really was, in my head, I was thinking 1K before my birthday. And you guys might be thinking, why the fuck are those birds chirping? But you guys might be thinking, when's your birthday? It's August. So right now we're in the 3rd month, and August is the 8th, I think. So we have 5 months to get to 1K, and we will easily be at 1K. I'm not even gonna lie, we're at like 400 now, and it's been 2 months, like 5 months away. If we keep this up, we'll be at 800 in 2 more months, and then 1K by my birthday, and that'll be amazing. That's the only really goal that I thought about. I guess it'd be nice to be at like 2K by like Christmas time ish. I don't know. I don't want to push it too much, but I don't really care about how many subscribers I have. Subscribers are like the last thing that I really think about. I guess it's cool to have more subs, more content, but I'd rather have 100 subs that like really enjoy my videos, really enjoy my videos, and just people subbing because I'm friends with like other people. I hate that. A lot of people say that, well, they used to say that a lot before I started like actually putting in a lot more effort into my videos. Back in like Expert Emerald, people would tell me that I'd only have subs because I'm friends with Nuz and Waffle and them. And I guess you could say that's true. I wouldn't be anywhere without my friends, I guess, if you're bringing it up like that. It's not really, I don't really want to say networking, because networking is kind of like, you like my video and then I'll like yours, like that's it. I guess you can say that, but when you're my friend, I'd like your video regardless if you like mine. Like, there's no point in, I guess you network with the closest of your friends. You don't even notice that you network because you're just always enjoying each other's videos. And that's kind of it. I don't really have anything else to say. Hopefully you guys like enjoyed this. This is really sporadic. I probably should have wrote things down and got more stuff on, like, instead of just talking off my dome. Yeah, but I love all you guys. Thank you guys for listening to like my story. It could have been a little bit better. Maybe in the future I'll touch up on this and see how better it's doing, because I didn't even explain my channel now, because you guys know my channel. If you've been around since like the first Expert Emerald video, you know my channel. It's like up there, and you can just go back to a video and just check it out and see how much I've grown. Like, it's the legacy, Lemio's legacy, and that's something that was around with me since COD. I just want to make a legacy that people remember, and so I'm not forgotten. That sounds really weird. That sounds extremely weird, and through this video I've burped like 30 times. Hopefully you guys didn't hear any of them. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. It's been Lemio Unlocks, coming at you with my how I feel about my channel and goals. Peace out. Bye, bitches.